Great British love affair with train travel is as old as the railways themselves. From the beating heart of London's metropolis to the majesty of the Scottish Highlands. Connecting coast and countryside with our great cities, the East Coast Line has it all.
Disregard that, it's a glitch.
But it's the people who give life to this railway.
I'm on Frisco, I trust him.
The Republic are the best form of entertainment on the planet.
The East Coast Line carries 19 million passengers a year on 155 train journeys a day, along almost 1,000 miles of track. East Coast is the largest operator on the line. It runs trains, manages stations, and employs nearly 3,000 staff.
That's all you do it all day. I'm not playing with you while you're showing off.
The East Coast workforce toils tirelessly.
Handy bags, please.
From driving trains...
Look at this office window. Fantastic.
...to making breakfasts...
I've cooked that much bacon over the years. Surprised I haven't turned into a pig.
...to controlling the whole train set.
Morning. That's absolutely excellent, Graham.
Keeping everything on track behind the scenes and in public.
I've been standing here for half an hour.
These are the real heroes of the railway. East Coast Trains is one of Britain's largest transport companies, speeding thousands of passengers every day between London, the East Midlands, the north of England and Scotland.
Oh, me bacon.
Despite employing close to 3,000 people, its workforce often resembles a huge extended family.
Isn't that lovely?
They teach each other.
It's in Liam's hands now. The train's only 90 seconds away.
They test each other.
Someone comes to you and says, there's someone banging on that toilet door. They're locked in, they can't get out. How are you going to get them out?
Occasionally they quarrel.
Staff messed up the fish cakes.
The staff didn't mess up. The chef took the wrong orders.
Hi, Cheryl. Oh, Bethany.
But they're always there for each other.
3 years ago, I was a cancer patient. All I could think of when I was going through it was, I just want to get back to work. I just want to get back in my uniform.
A job on the railway can be a job for life.
Good news.
As part of a family that really looks after its own.
Oh, sorry. Nah. Yes.
Good work. Really good work.
Once you work for the railway, you kind of get a little bit sucked in. You make all of your friends there. A lot of people end up meeting their life partners there and end up getting married. They have children, and even their children come to work on the railway. It's totally a railway family. Like, it's an amazing experience, and for somebody to be a part of that or come into that, it's just exceptional.
It's the crack of dawn in Newcastle, and catering for the first-class passengers on board the early morning 4:45 to London are Chef Mark and crew leader Nigel. This dynamic duo are as close as any married couple.
Is that a flying bit of toast there, was it?
So it popped out the toaster.
Oh, toaster up there now.
High velocity.
The toaster's up there nowadays, is it? Right, let's get this porridge.
The service is nicknamed the Porridge Express because as the train gets closer to London, the orders for porridge start coming in thick and fast.
Oh, you've got time to drink tea, have you?
Yeah, we're gone. Yes, I've got time to drink tea. I'm paid for what I know, you see.
I do enjoy working with Mark, yeah. He's a good laugh. The work gets done. We'll look after each other, really.
Do you want me to take the orders?
If you want to.
It's up to you, I can give you a hand. Is your pen then, Nige?
Nigel and Mark are so close that they occasionally even swap roles, though not without the odd inevitable disagreement.
There you go.
From York for breakfast this morning. Any orders from York? Being sandwich.
Mark likes to help out by taking the orders, which is a great help a lot of the time. However, we work to different codes to Mark does.
Coffee.
Thank you.
Grill for you.
When I help taking the orders for Nigel and other crews, I always get it right.
Do you want any food? Yeah. What can I get you? Full breakfast, thank you.
Where I would put F for fish, he puts S for salmon. which S for salmon looks very similar to G for grill.
Oh, all right, G for grill. You know, S for salmon.
Order the grill. No. I'm giving people salmon that order grills because he's put S's instead of F's and...
So somebody's ordered a breakfast but have moved and nobody's claiming it. So I'll just wander about and sort of shout, grill.
And they'll always go, oh, Mark, we don't need this breakfast, so I'll put it on the bench and then I'll come back in 20 minutes and say, oh, we found him. You found him, where was he? They can't have gone anywhere. You know, they can't get off the train, we're doing 125 miles an hour. You know, they didn't pop upstairs.
Anyone ordered the grill? No. Ordered the grill? No.
Miles south of Newcastle at York Station, another early morning employee is hard at work. On security today, Liam is one of East Coast's newest and happiest recruits.
Yeah, it's great working at York Station. People at York are great as well, sort of the happy, friendly people, so you don't get too much trouble here. Sort of Friday and Saturday night, you get the odd drinker through, mainly from Doncaster.
Liam's still a railway rookie, but after serving his time as a security guard for 8 months, he's had some good news.
Thursday, I had a job interview to become a station customer support assistant, which is a step up from what I do now, so in theory it is a promotion. I got a call on Tuesday morning off my manager to say that I was successful and I got the job. I mean, it's a 6-month temporary contract, but I've got 6 months to work hard and make myself indispensable to the team, and then they'll have no choice but to keep me on, hopefully.
With his daybreak duties completed, Liam's excused from further frontline action today. Instead, he'll be training for his new role, the first step to realizing his dream of becoming a dispatcher. Dispatchers direct the movements of trains coming in and out of the station. They're responsible for keeping trains on time and passengers safe. Liam's initial training will last a week, taking him off chilly platform duty and into a heated classroom.
It'll be great to have a week off from security, yeah, I can rest my little legs up for a week. Nice warm classroom as well, so I won't be freezing like it is outside. So yeah, it should be a bit of a bonus.
But while Liam may be looking forward to putting his feet up, team leader Rachel has other ideas.
Follow me.
The aim of today's lesson is to show the class what all those confusing lights and symbols on the platforms really mean. So all those shifts spent whizzing around the station on security duty should stand Liam in good stead.
Trick question then. What's missing over here, which we've got over there?
No overhead lines.
Sorry?
No overhead lines.
Spot on.
Well done, Liam. Next up is the signal lights, which to the untrained eye may look like normal traffic lights, but are in fact much more complicated.
So it's showing red now. So red means stop, danger, yep.
Not as simple as traffic lights in a road, no. I mean, it's not too dissimilar. There are similarities there, but it's certainly not exactly the same. Definitely not.
So you would have green, say green first, then you would have yellow, and then red. Yep, okay.
Back on the early morning porridge express from Newcastle to London, Mark and Nigel are doing what all families do, bickering over breakfast.
So, the staff messed up the fish cakes.
The staff didn't mess up, the chef took the wrong orders. Can I just show you these 2 grills that the chef took the order for, that we didn't find anyone that had ordered them?
Because they're still up there.
Really?
Christy, however, they've been trying to pin it on the chef now. Especially the best chef on the railway. I can't shut this door. I wouldn't have pressure under the camera.
Can you not shut that door, Larry? Shut that door!
He likes it when I'm rough with him. Come on, get back. You've got to come to work and enjoy it. And if you're not doing a job you enjoy, at least have the people there who you enjoy working with. Get on with 99% of them as well, so it's fantastic. Well, whether they get on with me is a different matter.
A cuddle. Cuddle.
Special one.
Stop touching.
Yes, sir. Seen the chemistry? Have you seen that, eh? Can't help himself. Do you know what I mean? I've told him I'm married, but he won't listen. Keeps on badgering us, pestering us.
Really?
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 Mark loves the breakfast shift, not just for the banter with Nigel, but because it means he finishes early and can be at home, where his family needs him even more than East Coast's early morning commuters.
Who's been naughty? No, you've been naughty, I bet. Now sit properly, legs down.
3 years ago, his wife Sam suffered a stroke, forcing Mark to take on the role of carer, both for Sam and their 3-year-old daughter Jessica.
Does Daddy take it? Why am I cutting your mummy's chicken up?
Stroke.
A stroke.
Since my wife had a stroke, it's totally changed me, as in the outlook at life. Now I come to work, I have a good laugh. I try to not forget about my home life, but take that out of the equation for a while and just enjoy my work. And then knowing that at the end of the work, I go back and go back into it, you know. He's never, ever dried my dishes, ever. And now, oh, you'd like it to dry up for you, Mark, would you, sweetheart?
There you go, Mark. I'm drying your dishes.
Just put it down and go and do something else.
Okay, ta-ra.
Romance is alive and well on the Porridge Express.
Six-pack on that, yeah. Honestly, on top of a six-pack.
And it's crunch time for Liam as dispatch training gets serious.
There is no grey area. You absolutely have to be on the money.
East Coast employees often talk about their colleagues as if they were family, but the railway is also home to family in the literal sense. Brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, husbands, wives, mothers and fathers can all be found working alongside each other.
My grandma was what a crew leader is now, so the manager. My granddad was a chef.
My dad actually works on the railway.
My partner works for Network Rail. My husband works in the station. He's one of the duty managers. My sister's a god on board the trains, Karen Cardin. She's lovely.
Both my grandfathers and my father were on the railway.
My little boy's 7 and he gave us the biggest compliment because he did actually say, Mummy, I would like to do your job when I get older. So I thought, well, it can't be too bad if your little boy wants to do it.
At York, one of the East Coast family's youngest members, railway rookie Liam, has been working as a station security guard for 8 months, but he's been recently promoted and is now training for his dream job, train dispatcher. Working as a dispatcher means becoming a cog in a highly complex machine. With over 40 dispatchers working at York and as many as 3 assigned to a single train, cooperation is essential. So team leader Rachel wants to test the class with a fiendish team-building task.
This rope here is going to go over or under or whatever you plan over every single person. I'm going to time you. So 5 minutes to decide how you're going to do it. Then I want to see everybody, whatever way you want to do it. Ooh. That's one way. There are numerous ways to do it. I'll not show you them all because that would be cheating.
The class set about their task of getting 11 people to pass through a single elastic band.
Something like that.
It may look fun, but teamwork is a serious business, and exercises like this are key to building cooperation and confidence.
Don't want anybody pregnant at the end of this course, man.
Despite being the baby of the class, Liam's more than happy to take the lead.
Should we not like line up in 2 so then we can just like fly through and can't we? Yeah, the course is going great so far. So it is quite tough, yeah, but hopefully if I get stuck in, I reckon get my head around it all before the end of the week.
If you had any doubts that a giant elastic band could be an effective tool for team building, prepare to be amazed.
Ready, steady, go!
18 seconds. Well done.
Class may have passed the elastic exam with flying colours, but the real test will come later in the week when dispatch training moves out of the classroom and onto the platform.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the week. I've come absolutely nowhere near dispatching a train, but that's one step closer, I guess.
Back on the Porridge Express from Newcastle to London, Chef Mark and crew leader Nigel reflect on another successful shift.
Everyone's fed, everyone's watered, most of the dirties are in. All we have to do is clear everything away and relay in 45 minutes. But it's fine. I keep saying it's...
And have staff breakfast.
Oh, porridge. Yeah.
Aye, porridge. Porridge Express.
Arriving in King's Cross, a train full of commuters head off to start their working day, while on board, the staff look forward to returning home.
It's just gone 9 o'clock and it's half the day done, so when you think a lot of these people are just going to start work now and they're commuting to work, do their full day and then have to commute home where, you know, this is half of our day, we'll be finished by 1:30. Shouldn't be too bad on the way back, so fingers crossed.
And as the Porridge Express team begins the journey back to Newcastle, it's finally their time to settle down for a well-deserved breakfast.
It shows something when the chef has shreddies and banana instead of his own breakfast, doesn't it? Are you enjoying yours, Nigel?
Are you on a diet though?
I've only had mushrooms.
You're on a cut down.
Aye.
The gym and everything.
No carbs before mobs. Open the door.
I should point out he's done this. Yeah.
I've lost a stone and a half in 5 weeks. When I go out, I haven't got my chef's weights on and I like a staff night out. Like Nigel goes, wow.
Oh, I do, I go, wow.
He just went one word, he went, wow. Do you know what I mean? It's constant because everybody sees in the chef's bag, 6-pack under here, honestly, on top of a 6-pack.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Wow.
At York Station, former security guard Liam is moving up the railway career ladder. But to secure his promotion to train dispatcher, he'll need to prove himself worthy on the platform. Today, he'll be mentored and assessed on the job by seasoned dispatcher Richard.
Things you're aware of as we know about bikes, big bags, passengers who might be unsure of the environment, guide dogs, wheelchair passengers who need assistance, things like that.
So I went out with Rich, which is good because he's a really nice guy, knows absolutely everything. So I'm going to observe him for a bit first, observe him for the first few trains, and then hopefully have a go for myself.
York Station boasts 11 platforms, each with trains arriving and departing in both directions. If he's to make the grade, Liam will need to show Richard that he's familiar with a total of 22 light and signal combinations.
Yeah, it's definitely the next step up for me, yeah, definitely the next stage. It's a massive opportunity for me, really.
With an average of 40 trains dispatched on a typical shift, Liam could be responsible for as many as 200 trains a week, which means his life from now on will be a series of stops and starts and stops.
Day-to-day dispatch, this is the way it happens. You'll have passengers to assist and the train to dispatch safely. So I shall talk you through it when the train arrives.
First, Liam will assist with the dispatch of the 0735 service to London.
There's nothing untoward as it's coming past, nobody hanging out the windows, nothing hanging off the train.
Aside from passenger safety, the major concern when dispatching is to get the train out on time. With several other operators sharing the same tracks and stations and heavy financial penalties levied for late-running trains, there's no room for delays.
Check the doors because we're doing the front 3 or 4 carriages this morning. We have 300-400 trains a day to look after. Loud whistle, hand right up. We'll have another train in 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes after that, and 5 minutes after that. The trains keep coming thick and fast. See you later. And that is a train dispatched safely.
Beautiful.
All good.
Well played.
Yeah, 20 more to do. Be on time.
It seems that Liam's performance has impressed his mentor. Next, he'll need to go it alone.
It's very intense, actually. The welfare and the well-being of the passengers and the timetable mean that it's a pressure cooker. You're absolutely in the zone when the trains are here. There is no grey area. You absolutely have to be on the money.
So we don't do latte coffees.
Just coffee with hot milk if possible.
We don't do that either, sir. It's Italian.
Queen of the onboard shop, Michelle, has been part of the East Coast family for over 30 years. Today, she's on the London to Edinburgh service, proudly presiding over her well-stocked buffet carriage.
We've got the whiskey, the gin, the vodka, and the mixers. And also we've got magazines here now. That's a recent thing. We didn't have magazines until quite recently. So and then we've got all the crisps, the quavers. Oh, look, upside down, look. And we do the different flavours of crisps. In these fridges, we've got all the cold sandwiches and the hot sandwiches that we put in the oven to cook as well. So we've got quite a selection of stuff, so they're not going to go hungry, are they? They're not going to starve on board, so...
There's nothing Michelle enjoys more than serving the train-travelling public.
What's in an all-day breakfast sandwich?
The all-day breakfast is like bacon, sausage, egg, tomato, all in a panini, and we cook it for you, so it's a hot sandwich.
I'll have one of them.
Natural. That's good.
I do like people. I think if you don't like people, then it's no good being here, because then you're not going to enjoy your day, you're not going to interact with anybody. Where are you travelling with us today, sir?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Football.
Oh, is there football on?
Yeah, football Glasgow.
Oh, I'm not into football. Some people just want to get out of their seat and have a wander and look at the scenery and, you know, have a bit of a, you know, rock and roll. The train's going on a bit of a lean at the moment. Have to get your legs sort of like that and sort of even your weight.
Michelle's job means the world to her, partly because she feels lucky to even be here.
3 years ago, I was a cancer patient. I've been through chemo and had operations, and I was sat in my hospital bed, cancer. And look at me now. See, I'm in remission now, so every day's a bonus. Oh, Bethany. Hello, darling.
Oh, nice to see you.
I know. I miss you, Beth. I do.
Well, you deserted this train, didn't you?
I left you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All I could think of when I was going through it was, I just want to get back to work. I just want to get back in my uniform. And, it's just such a big thing for me. It just makes me upset. But without me having this job, I don't think I would have recovered so well, and the support that I've had here, you know, because on the railway, we call it a family. It's not just a job, it's a lot more than that, you know, it's a lot more than that.
It's the moment of truth for Liam.
Right, got your radio?
Got radio.
Ready for your first train?
Ready for my first train.
It's a new day in York, and on the station platform, recently promoted East Coast employee Liam prepares to dispatch his first ever train.
Morning, I've had Rich mentoring me. He's basically been talking me through the process, what he does when he dispatches trains. I've watched him dispatch 7 or 8 trains this morning. Now it's my turn. I'm dispatching the 929 down to London from York, so my first ever one, so I'm quite excited, but obviously nervous at the same time.
Dispatcher Liam's first service is a train bound for London, which carries up to 400 passengers.
Got your whistle?
Not always still, yeah.
Got your baton?
Not a baton.
Got your radio?
Not a radio.
Ready for your first train?
Ready for my first train?
Good man.
What could possibly go wrong?
It's in Liam's hands now. The train's only 90 seconds away. I think he's a little bit nervous, which is right.
Well done, Liam. Now that's how you dispatch a train.
First one down.
First one down.
Job's a good one.
Well, don't rest on your laurels. We've got the 45, the 55 and the 01. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And now Liam's wetted his whistle. There's no stopping him.
You going on, sir? Thank you very much. Got a stone in my shoe.
Shift under
Get
your
in
belt.
there. Yes.
Good work. Really good work.
Day one of dispatching has gone really well. It couldn't have gone any better. It really couldn't. Everything has just gone smoothly. All the trains have gone out safely and on time as well, so it's been absolutely amazing. I'm dispatched out for the day, that's for sure. I'm knackered now. I'm ready to go home and go to bed now. See you again tomorrow. Yeah,
5 o'clock alarm call. Oh.
30 miles south in Leeds, another rookie hoping to make a lifelong career on the railways is 24-year-old Dan. He's in the final stages of training to be a guard on the line.
Has dropped down. Time we were on his way.
Today is the final part of his on-the-job assessment, and mentor Andy, a guards manager, kicks off by asking Dan to stick his head out of the window of a moving train.
You need to have your head out, and you need to be looking, because there's that additional risk of anybody trying to jump in or out of a window, someone pulling on a door, and you need to be looking for station staff to give you that emergency stop hand signal. If they did give you that emergency stop hand signal, what would you do?
I'd stop the train myself.
Just stop the train.
I'd give one on the bell buzzer, which is in here. Give one on the...
Okay.
To the passengers on board, this is simply the 0815 from Leeds to London. But for Dan, it's a nerve-shredding examination hall on wheels.
How many central locking bolts are you going to isolate?
2, sorry. Well, today's really important as obviously we've been training for the past 5 months now. It means a lot to me because then I can go out and kind of do it on my own, which will be great.
Unfortunately for Dan, the questions keep coming.
Where's the isolation switch for these? You're going to do a brake continuity test. How long are you going to leave that handle turned for? How are you going to isolate this vestibule, or if you've got a problem with it? What did we say we would check if we had a red status bar not illuminated? So if you've got someone locked in a toilet and they can't get out, how are you going to get them out?
Yeah, I'd firstly knock on the door and I'd put it to 0, which manually you can open the door manually. And then number 1 is lock out of use.
That's the sort of thing you would do that if the toilet was flooding, defective, or shall we say unsavoury in some way.
With toilet training complete, Dan faces one final ordeal, a good old-fashioned written exam.
So, away you go. Any problems, give us a shout.
Yeah, will do.
Once you've finished, sign at the bottom of the page, and I'll have a read through it.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah.
Dan is desperate to succeed. A pass, and he'll be given his own train. bail and he's straight back to platform duty at Leeds until another vacancy opens up.
No, everybody that I've spoke to, even people that have been doing it for 40 years, even to this day, they get nervous about it because obviously it's a big thing.
You alright? Good.
Dan's not the only London-bound traveller facing a nerve-jangling inspection today. At Durham Station, a troupe of performers with big dreams and shiny pink costumes are boarding the train to King's Cross for what could be the biggest performance of their lives.
We're travelling from Durham to London for a performance in El Grande in London, which is one of the biggest salsa nights in the UK ever, over 1,000 people. So it's going to be amazing and we're so excited about it. As a performer, it's just always been exciting to be in a show, in a part of a show, you know, and the excitement starts from packing, then the journey itself till that you step on a stage.
I think it's really exciting, especially when the group gets together, and it's a really good banter between us, especially on the trains, and that's when we all get together and we have a good time.
You realise that you're
jokes
a team.
And yeah, you realise you're a team.
The salsa group are called the Latin Connection, and tonight's performance is part of one of the UK's biggest salsa events. They are managed by Jimmy, who is responsible for getting his nervous troupe to the theatre on time.
Trains are so punctual, we don't want to miss it. It's by the second, it's amazing.
All tickets, please.
Travelling by train is a great opportunity for the group to have a good catch-up, and the hot topic is costumes.
There is not much to it. I tell you, my dad loves it. We did have a few issues with boobs.
And it appears that music really is the food of love.
Like at first we were just sort of really good friends, weren't we? And then after one of the performances in Malta, sparks started to fly and went from there. So
we had a little bit of an adventure in Malta.
As the group approaches London, expectations are high for this evening's performance.
Overall, I'm well rehearsed, I think, you know, and I'm quite confident. But I've got a lot of faith in my teammates, and that's all that really matters, really. So I've got their support, they've got mine. We always get through it, so.
Finally, the train pulls into King's Cross.
Whoa, we're in London.
And there's just time for one last impromptu rehearsal.
Yeah, that's it.
Also approaching King's Cross, trainee guard Dan is about to hear the results of his final on-board assessment.
I'm still nervous, but the things that we've gone through, you know, I feel confident myself that I do. When I came to start on the railway with the East Coast, I started on the catering side of things, working on board a train. Then I wanted to get involved in the operational side. I went over to York, started from the bottom pretty much on the operational side of things, and then the guard is the next level up. You know, I just want to progress my career and go forward pretty much.
So my decision is that you have passed your assessment today, so well done.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks so much. Great stuff. Good news.
So what happens now is that I write candidate report.
Really ecstatic. There's been so much to take in over the 5 months. And to hear Andy say, you know, you're a train guard now and not a trainee train guard is brilliant news, you know. No doubt my mum will be really chuffed for me as well. She'll probably be dancing about the room, doing cartwheels and a few backflips.
Dan takes on his first train.
My name's Daniel, one of your train guards for your journey.
And there's a special celebration on board the breakfast service.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Mark.
It's early morning and Master Chef Mark is working the East Coast service from Newcastle to Edinburgh.
I love it. I just got to go all the way to Edinburgh. Oh, soon.
Today he's in particularly fine fettle as he's been reunited with partner in crime Karen, together for the first time in weeks.
Your sausage looks lovely.
Is the situation covered on the sausage front, is it?
Always covered.
No bother. Well, not always. There's been episodes.
Hello there. Where are you travelling to today? Can I get you some breakfast?
A busy commuter service means a train full of hungry passengers, and hungry can often mean demanding.
On your next lot, 1 no bacon.
You know, as if I've got time for this. 1 no bacon, 1 no sausage. Any good crew member would just say, just leave it on the plate, sir.
Well, I'm very sorry,
I
I'm
hope
not
that
a good
sausage
crew
doesn't
member.
offend you too much. You just
Ah,
leave it
show
one
your
side.
face, McLean.
Honestly. Cheers, Karen.
But Mark, you say any normal crew member would just say, can you leave it on the plate? However, this crew member is exceptional and treats every passenger as an individual. Ha ha!
Favourite time getting up, my favourite train's the 5 o'clock, the 5:25 from Newcastle. I love my earlies because then you can do something on a night time with the lads or with your wife and that, you know, so I should have said wife first. Do something with the wife and the lads if I've got time, you know.
Though trains and teams may vary, one thing you can rely on is the disagreement about the number of breakfasts ordered.
See, this is what will happen. They're telling me I've done 1 too many. Right, here it is. I'm going to put the mushroom on anyway because they'll want it. Because they'll want...
Donating?
Nah, I haven't. Even numbers in plates, odd numbers. You go away with that, and I guarantee you that won't come back in the kitchen, right?
All right then.
Karen, I hope that plate doesn't come back in the kitchen. I'll never get the last of it.
But it appears at this time at least, Mark's maths is top grade.
Karen?
Yes, Mark?
What?
No, look, it's here. It's in the bowl.
That breakfast back, so I'll use
Yeah, that's it, just there, look at the bowl.
I'll use that breakfast later if you
no,
want.
it's just in the bowl.
All right. So can I just, Karen, so is that right?
It's just in the bowl, Mark. I'm not even going to tell Mark that he was right.
At Leeds Station, newly qualified Dan is ready to take responsibility for his first train. It may be his first day as a fully fledged guard, but you'd never know it. This guy's a natural.
My name's Daniel, one of your train guards for your journey.
Rail tickets and rail cards there, please. Great stuff. Cheers, thank you.
Myself or any other member of the onboard team can be of any assistance throughout your journey. Please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.
It is a nerve-wracking experience your first time. I think it's just that initial getting that first day of being on your own out the way, and then it should get a bit more comfortable and confident.
Dan has taken to his new role like a duck to water, but there's no way he's going to let his debut pass unannounced.
Hi there. I'm a newbie. This is my first day of being passed out, you see. This is like my first day on my own. Strictly speaking, thanks very much. Cheers.
Oh. Keep it that way.
He even proves a natural when it comes to handling rowdy passengers.
Hey guys, I don't mean to spoil your fun, but you are really, really, really loud. They can hear you in Coach B. I treat everybody the same, but obviously every individual's different, so it just depends on that individual. So, is it your birthday? How old? It was my birthday on Tuesday. I'm 25. Yeah.
She's double your age.
Yeah. I might be a soft touch. I don't know.
Back on the morning service from London to Edinburgh, it's lunchtime, and Mark is keen to show off his next culinary masterpiece.
Now I'm going to freshly prepare my lasagna. This morning, when I knocked them omelettes up in the morning, I would knock some lasagna up as well. And I individually make them, do you know, like your nana does at home. And you knock up a batch of lasagna and you freeze it. That's what I do. I knock it up with that. I bring it to work with us, you know.
Knocking out lasagnas is only one of Mark's many talents.
Who's the best singer?
Mark.
Best singer?
Aye.
Karen's a singer, you know. Karen, you've got a beautiful voice. Honestly, do you know when you sing? I just melt.
Does your heart melt?
Honestly, it does. Oh, she sings all this crazy rub. Nobody knows these songs that she sings, right? But they're really good, don't you? Like, she changed her wedding song 4 times. Every one that you picked, I've never heard before, right? It's the lyrics, Mark, it's the lyrics. Karen.
No, that's the one that you do. That it was the journey.
Oh, honestly, I couldn't bear it. God.
While Mark washes up in the kitchen, Karen sneaks off to prepare a special surprise for her favourite chef.
It was Mark's birthday last week and he wasn't with us because we only see him every 4 weeks. So because this is the first day that we've seen him for 4 weeks, I've decided to bring a little cake and a little candle. But I can't light the candle because we're on a moving train. So we're going to go and sing happy birthday to Mark and give him a little cake.
Despite the carefully planned festivities, the age of the birthday boy remains a complete mystery.
I'm just going to guess that he's 32, and that's only because he's married and he's got a child, and his child's 3, so I'm just guessing that. I'm going to ask him. Mark, how old are you?
25.
No, where?
Didn't be that. 33 and never been kissed.
Back on the service from Leeds to London, Dan's first shift as guard is drawing to a close.
Again, my name is Daniel, your train girl for your journey. On behalf of myself and Rachel, your crew leader, we'd just like to thank you for travelling with East Coast.
Yeah, it's been really good. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been challenging to say the least, but I've enjoyed it. So hopefully get a bit more experience. I should be okay. I think I'll be okay. I will. You too. Thanks so much. See ya.
Come here, Mark. On Thursday last week,
Yes.
was like some sort of special day for someone. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, the car's lovely and... Oh, thank you. I'd like to accept this cake on behalf of all my work colleagues and my family, and thanks for getting us to where I am today. All right. Happy birthday, just for you.
The monkey.
Mark, hope you had a lovely day, lots of love. Colette, Karen, Sue and Kaza.
Sit with me. Yeah.
Oh. Come here, 3 in 1 cuddle. Oh. Isn't that lovely?
No.
See you later, Don.
Bye, Mark.
The great British love affair with train travel is as old as the railways themselves. From the beating heart of London's metropolis to the majesty of the Scottish Highlands. Connecting coast and countryside with our great cities, the East Coast Line has it all.
Disregard that, it's a glitch.
But it's the people who give life to this railway.
I trust you.
British public are the best form of entertainment on the planet.
The East Coast Line carries 19 million passengers a year on 155 train journeys a day, along almost 1,000 miles of track. East Coast is the largest operator on the line. It runs trains, manages stations, and employs nearly 3,000 staff.
That's all you do it all day. I'm not playing with you while you're showing off.
The East Coast workforce toils tirelessly.
Handy bags, please.
From driving trains...
Look at this office window. Fantastic.
...to making breakfasts...
I've cooked that much bacon over the years, surprised I haven't turned into a pig.
...to controlling the whole train set.
Morning. That's absolutely excellent, Graham.
Keeping everything on track behind the scenes and in public.
I've been standing here for half an hour.
These are the real heroes of the railway. There's one weekend that the staff of East Coast trains dread more than any other.
The train will get a delay, definitely.
A weekend that brings delays, cancellations, distraught customers, and no end of hassles for the staff.
Very, very busy. The queue is very enormous. Oh, the whole station is crowded.
Welcome to the long Easter weekend. The only weekend that strikes fear into the heart of even the most seasoned employees across the entire East Coast network.
What the? Hang on a minute.
Whether in the control centre...
On the weekends as busy as this, the objective is for it to go as smoothly as possible.
On the platform...
We're doing a job, we're getting money for our families. We're not here, we don't want any hassle.
Or on board the trains.
Your ticket is for standard and this is first class.
Over this bank holiday, every train carriage is booked to capacity, and the staff up and down the line are primed to face whatever the British public can throw at them.
They'll not let passengers off, you see, till they cuff them or they get them under control.
Oh, and it's snowing. So all in all, the perfect ingredients for utter chaos. It's the morning of Maundy Thursday, traditionally East Coast's busiest day of the year. And the holiday hordes have begun to descend upon King's Cross Station. Today, over 19,000 passengers will try to squeeze into 75 trains, desperate to make the most of their Easter break. And bracing itself for this mass migration is the station's frontline team, which will be doing everything humanly possible to process the crowds and get Britain moving through the mayhem.
The busiest time of year at King's Cross, Christmas and the New Year period, and Easter. Easter tends to be busier overall because there's not a sort of run-up to it. We have Good Friday and Maundy Thursday is the busiest day. And people tend to want to go away on either one of those 2 days for a long weekend.
Even with the East Coast All-Stars out in force, some best-laid plans are already going astray.
Nice trip, sir. Okay, happy to you. You okay there, sir?
Customer service assistant Joe has jumped into the passenger fray, guiding customers through their last-minute ticket purchases before panic or confusion take hold.
You need help there? Where are you traveling?
One single, please, to one of the sisters.
Yeah, let me sort it out. You just go this way. Most of the Easter weeks in East Coast is always very, very busy. Our job is to make sure we meet our customer expectations, to make them very, very happy, especially with Easter week. Have a nice weekend, madam. In a couple of hours, it will be very, very busy. The whole station will be chaos. But we are very prepared. I've been doing this job for 9 years. I like working with people. It's something I love very much. I love talking to people and helping them as well. I will take you to the counter. Just come with me to the counter.
But for one passenger, the Maundy Thursday madness is all too much.
Oh my God, it's my best friends. We're going away to celebrate their wedding.
No, it's very okay. We're on the case.
I'm
So you
getting
just have to
sorted.
calm
22
down.
seconds.
You don't have to cry.
The customer is on her way to her best friend's wedding, But she just realised she should have printed her own online tickets at home, and her train is about to board.
That's what I was Nothing to worry about it. I'll solve the solution. Can you please check the confirmation on your email, on your BlackBerry?
I got it, because it doesn't save my emails that far back. I didn't press print at home. I pressed print at the station. I didn't know what it did.
She bought her ticket on internet, and then it was print a home ticket.
Yeah.
You don't.
No, I didn't press
Madam,
print
you
at
don't need to
home.
cry. You need to calm down. What you've done.
I
is
didn't
going to-
press print at home. I know I didn't press print at home. I'd never print at home.
Here you go. You got a print at home ticket.
I know. Thank you.
Okay, sorted anyway, okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
Because when I look at it, I knew that it was print a home ticket.
Not a good start to the weekend.
That's okay. It's a good
It can
start.
only get better.
It's getting better now.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing Easter. Thank you for making my day. Thank you both.
Bye-bye, madam. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you.
I always like happy ending anyway.
Finally, everything has been done, and she's very happy.
In the ticket office, tickets are swapping hands left, right and centre. But behind the scenes, never. Was so much work for so many, done by so few.
What I'm doing here is that I'm ripping all the tickets ready as the reservations to go on board the train. We print them, but they've got to be ripped by hand. We do an average of 29,000 labels a day.
His name is Peter, and they call him the fastest ticket tearer in the East.
Coming as it is now at Easter, we're probably doing about 34,000 a day. It's just continuous process all day. That's all you're doing all day.
And you need to see the speed that he gets.
As I say, it's a good job. It keeps you going. As you can see, the pile is building up there now. That pile doubles just for one train.
Next time you reserve a seat, spare a thought for Peter and his lightning hands.
Steve, there's a lady at the taxi drop-off point. She needs help. We need 2 BR wheelchairs and 1 luggage. So if you could just maybe get a trolley ready, over.
Anne is normally behind the scenes running the East Coast Assisted Travel Department. But today, because it's the busiest day of the year, it's all hands on deck, and she's helping her team on the front line.
What I'm doing now is to book jobs, the people that have booked their assistance, whether it's with luggage, with wheelchair, with prams, etc. So that goes on throughout the day. So today, there is 119 book jobs coming throughout the day. Can I borrow you to do me a couple of jobs? Yes, yeah? This is my little additional page, and that could end up being a full page by the end of the day. So the aim is anyone who's asked for assistance, we give them the assistance there. They are not left on the train, they are not met. That's what we do. So the boys and girls are running around like crazy, making sure everyone's met.
Because once the platform's open, everybody runs, you know, if it as well. I wouldn't mind, but I'm only going up for... Are you smiling? I didn't even know where I was when I came in.
Oh, so you know now, yeah? That's the old business.
Yeah.
King's Cross is the East Coast Line's largest station, and some passengers need a little help to navigate its 7,000 square metres and find the right platform.
Are we here now?
Yeah, we're there now, miss. Thank you, take care. I'll wait next one.
There is not a single train or platform change at King's Cross that is not under the beady eye of the backroom boys in central control. Today, the entire East Coast network is in the hands of Duty Operations Manager Robin, a man who dreams of a quiet life.
It's boarding. That's absolutely excellent, Graham. Thank you very much for that news. He's approaching Potter's Bar as we speak.
Robin has been doing this long enough to be wary of the holiday weekend.
It's a day of heightened awareness because we know we've got more people travelling. We stretch our diagrams so we have additional trains from London to Newcastle, and we also have an additional later train from Edinburgh to London King's Cross. Obviously, on a weekend as busy as this, the objective is for it to go as smoothly as possible, and fingers crossed, hopefully it will all go according to plan.
But Robin's a seasoned pro, and he knows that the likelihood of a carefree Easter is very slim.
One of the lads took it a little bit too far. He actually grabbed her head. That isn't right. That's assault to me.
The cathedral city of York is one of the busiest stations on the East Coast Line. At the start of Easter weekend, one of the busiest weekends in the travel calendar, it's an especially popular destination. Most days you'll find guardian angel Julie helping travellers down on the platform, and when necessary on the track.
There you go. All right.
But today, Yorkshire lass Julie is nowhere to be seen. She's hidden away and revealing her more refined side.
The 1229 East Coast service to London King's Cross is at platform 5.
Calling at Doncaster, Newark Northgate, Peterborough and London King's Cross. A cafe, bar and trolley service are provided for our customers in first class. A complimentary offer is available. Nobody can, even family don't realise it's me. So no, I'm quite posh on there. I have my posh voice on this. And I'll just have my rough and ready voice when I'm out on platform. This is where we can see what's coming into the station, what's going out, what's delayed, and do all the announcements from here.
Customers awaiting the 1234 East Coast service to Newcastle. This service today will depart from platform 5.
And while Julie uses that voice, everybody hears what she's got to say.
All right, bye. It was my boss, he said I was too loud, but it was a platform alteration. So if you don't shout, well, no, not shout, that's the wrong word. If I don't speak loudly, people miss it and they'll say, well, I never heard them announcements. Well, they will, they won't miss this one when I've shouted on it, will they?
Easter weekend means every soul in the station is at their post, not just whistleblowers and ticket inspectors, also some of the more specialised railway workers.
Do you want your shoes cleaning? The strangest thing that's ever happened to me as a railway chaplain was coming back from Newcastle. There was a hen party on the train, and they actually thought I was the stripper gram. So they handcuffed me with pink fluffy handcuffs. And I travelled all the way to York, much to the amusement of the staff, I hasten to add, before they would release me, having then had a glass of champagne with them, and actually succumbing to undoing my clerical shirt to a certain degree, but proving that I actually was the railway chaplain. But it was a rather surreal experience.
When he's not stripping off his collar for confused hens on trains, railway chaplain Stephen likes to offer a full service, especially at Easter time. Today, he's offering a charity shoe polish.
There you go, you can see your face in those.
So everyone can be showing off a holiday shine.
My role is railway chaplain, and I serve all of the train companies. You can have your shoes cleaned if you've got time, you know, as well. Are you dashing? OK, thank you. It's a good time, actually, to talk to people about lots of different things, people travelling. It's quite a remarkable thing when you hear the stories of why people are travelling around Easter. Hiya.
Not exactly the sort of shoes that you can put.
Well, I can give them a clean with a wipe if you want.
All right.
These are like shiny white things that just kind of give it a bit of a... People find it strange, actually, when they encounter the railway chaplain, because people never expect the railway to have one. And yet many other industries do, obviously hospital chaplains, prison chaplains.
And actually my role is very much the same as all of those. It's a role where it supports and provides a listening ear, confidential, impartial. Oh yeah, look at that now.
Hey, that's fabulous. That is brilliant.
Compared to that one.
I know.
Ah, thank you, that's lovely. You're a star, thanking you.
It's afternoon at King's Cross Station, and it seems like the whole city is descending for the big Easter getaway. And they've come in all shapes and sizes.
I'm off to Newcastle from a stag do, and it's very cold.
So, despite record numbers of passengers, everything's moving smoothly, for the time being at least.
Bravo calling Lima, over.
Operations manager Graham is on the platform, trying to get his 9 tracks of trains out safely and on time.
Today we've got about 18,500 passengers on all of our services, just on the ones that are departing from King's Cross. A massive increase on what we would normally get throughout the day. So yeah, it makes us very busy today. And it's gradually got busier as the day's gone on, and the trains are going to now end up being full on departure from here.
So Graham is on high alert and poring over his train dispatch checklist.
We're just doing a pre-departure checks for make sure the train departs on time. Pre-departure checks are make sure the doors are closed, make sure there's no obstructions, that kind of thing. And hang on a minute. So it looks like we've got a problem with one of the watering points. Looks to be constantly blowing out water.
Just as a 2 p.m. to Aberdeen is good to go, Graham is hit by a splash of dodgy plumbing. Any hiccup could delay the train, causing an expensive knock-on effect across the network.
Platform number 1, this tanking point, it needs some immediate attention, Shaz. As soon as the guys lift it up, the water's spraying like across onto platform number 2 and over the overheads and everywhere. Well, as you can see, it's spraying water onto the platform, which ends up being a slip hazard for customers.
The train is ready to go, but the platform may have to be closed.
If there's not a quick fix available for the water, then we would look not to use platform 1. It provides tanking facilities for the whole train, so we would use alternative platforms. We only have 8 platforms available for use as opposed to 9.
Graham has been mopping up the problem, and the train is ready for departure. His last job is to make sure doors remain firmly closed, which means not everyone who wants to travel will be allowed to board.
It is, you're too late for those, so you've just missed it. 2 seconds, I'll come back to you. Oh, no, sorry. Doors are locked over. Yeah, it's gone 2 o'clock. Right, you've got the wrong platform, so you want that one there. You want the one next door? This one? Yeah, there. Successfully done.
It's the middle of the afternoon, and the crowds at King's Cross are reaching fever pitch. Every traveller seems to be competing for every seat.
Yeah, this is our first really busy train of the afternoon. We've got about 70 reserved in first class and 350 reservations in standard. With about 5 minutes to go, there's people standing in the ends of the carriages already.
It's impossible to plan for spur-of-the-moment passengers or predict how much luggage they might bring. And so every seat on the Edinburgh-bound train is full and the floor is packed to capacity. That means if passengers don't reserve or arrive early, they won't be boarding their preferred train.
Do you have a seat reservation for it? No, it doesn't then. You would be able to, so you'll need to join the 16:30 because this one's already full. So this is our last departure to Aberdeen of the day. It's very busy, it's fully reserved. Passengers going to York and Darlington. There's other services they can use, so we ask that they use them rather than using the direct departures to Aberdeen.
It's after 6 p.m. and the end of workday. Rush hour crowds crash into an already frantic station, guaranteeing that all the day's remaining trains will be packed to the gills.
Shift in, please. Make your way in. Don't block the doors, please. very, very busy. You can see yourself, you can see the lines.
The King's Cross team have already dispatched 61 trains today and have 14 more to go. But with more and more passengers turning up without tickets, the queues are getting longer and longer.
Any problem, you call for assistance on the machines, I will assist you, please.
It's getting fraught. Packed trains and crowded platforms. But East Coast's Easter Action Plan has so far kept everything on track. Always thinking ahead, station manager Gary is making sure that passengers will still be able to board already busy trains further down the line.
Can you make that 1819 and 1830 full and standing in both on both trains and standard accommodation?
Who are you phoning up?
Control.
All right. Okay. Are you? What's the first stop on this one?
Peterborough.
Right. So you're gonna? Do you contact?
I'll be ringing them as well. Yeah.
It's full of standing for most of this. There are a couple of emptier carriages further down. He's going to phone Peterborough up, tell them where those carriages are, so we can try and marshal people into those areas. Right time start, so I'm happy with that. And so it's great, I'm over. Most things have gone like clockwork, and that's largely down to the fact that the train service has been very, very good today. Very reliable.
And Monday madness comes to an end, after the staff managed to keep all the trains full and as close to time as they could.
Another Monday, Thursday finished. Time for home.
The East Coast team face 4 more days of Easter mayhem.
It looks like they've opened the doors now. They'll not let passengers off, you see, till they cuff them.
The East Coast train line sees 19 million passenger journeys a year, and on Easter long weekend, it feels like everyone is travelling at once. The busiest day of the year, Monday, Thursday, is out of the way. But today is Good Friday, and as another of the busiest holiday travel days of the year, it's a roller coaster all of its own. Claire is a train guard with 15 years at East Coast under her belt.
This is where the fun begins.
And she's on an early afternoon train headed out of King's Cross on its way up to Edinburgh.
Passengers booking tickets for the wrong day.
Among the Easter hordes are many less seasoned passengers who may only hit the rails once or twice a year.
Did you make a reservation, sir?
And often board the wrong train, sit in the wrong carriage, or struggle with seat reservations.
Your ticket is for standard and this is first class.
Checking tickets becomes an unpredictable business.
So, how did you come to manage to book the wrong day?
So I think that my daughter was just getting out of school and I calculated that she was coming out on the 28th and then we could leave by the 29th.
Not to worry. Right, so where are you guys going, yeah? Scarborough?
Scarborough, right.
Always busy on holidays and it never changes. The rail industry, I think, is becoming more and more popular with people travelling with all the flexible fares.
As well as enforcing ticketing, dispensing travel information and generally helping passengers, Claire also keeps an eye on the hardware. And as if she didn't have enough to deal with,
Didn't you know that was just going to happen? Watch that button.
Claire has spotted a door that won't shut. The train can't leave until it's closed, and delays on her watch are not an option.
So I'll have to watch at the next station because that can incur more delays. If it starts causing more problems, then I'll have to lock it out of use. Thanks, you're going in there, are you? Good afternoon, all tickets and rail cards ready, please.
Claire's real worry is the dodgy door, but there are still tickets to check.
Thank you very much. People are standing around sitting in the vestibules, so I didn't see any spare seats, so it's just classed as full. Most trains this morning, I think, by all accounts, leaving London. Very, very busy, as was yesterday, busy. And then all guys have got to come back. I see your ticket there, please. Ricardo, hopefully you'll get a seat sometime. When it's really, really busy, you can't really get through the whole of the train, so you're not attending to everybody's needs. Well, you can do your job, but you just feel like you're constantly chasing your tail.
Claire's train is nearing Doncaster, halfway through its 330-mile journey. And as if a jam-packed train and a mixed bag of ticket demands weren't enough to deal with, she still has to contend with the dodgy door in Coach D.
When I come to dispatch here, I'll shut the doors, and if the same thing happens again like I did at Peterborough, then I'll just have to go and run and close it. And then if it is going to continue to do that, then I'll have to lock it out. I've just realised I haven't got my company mobile yet. It's this door, this is the problem. That's why that's there. So it's obviously been a full with it before. No passengers can use this door now, they'll just have to use the other door, and then it saves us getting delayed.
And Claire is thinking further down the line by keeping the control centre in the door repair loop.
Vehicle number 12468, and it is door A for Alpha. It's been locked out of use due to it not being able to close properly en route. Okay, thank you, bye-bye.
Claire's not the only guard struggling through a stressful Good Friday shift. Up the line, just outside of York, train guard Michael has got his hands full.
Take us down, please. Thank you.
Trying to check the tickets of 500+ standing room-only customers wedged into every available square foot of space.
As it is, it's still pretty much full and standing all the way through the train.
You're looking for a little bit of carpet to actually sit on because people standing, sitting, and you've got luggage all over the place. Probably 90% of the people that's in the vestibules has actually got super off-peak tickets, saver tickets. It's up to them whether they take reservations or not, or ask for them. The majority of people don't, and then they just expect just to get on the train and get a seat. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Easter bank holiday, chance of finding a seat is really, really difficult, you know what I mean?
Back on Claire's northbound Edinburgh train, her busiest shift of the year is coming to a close.
See this? Never got me today. It has got many people, but it hasn't got my turn.
As the train pulls into Newcastle station and one Claire heads home,
Later.
another Claire is taking the platform. Claire, too, has been working on the railway for just under 20 years. Tonight, she'll be dispatching all the Good Friday trains.
Oh, stand clear! Excuse me! Stand back! Honest truth, a really, really bad shift. I think it's going to be really busy with the Easter holidays and obviously hen parties and stag do's. I think we're going to get quite a lot. I do think they'll get drunk as the day goes on as well, so I think we'll get quite a lot of drunk people, and I think it'll be an interesting one.
And the first incident of the evening is calling ahead to announce itself.
Do you know what it's in connection with, Darren?
No idea, I dare see the colours, man.
All right, thanks. There's a terminating service coming from King's Cross. The police have been called to it. I've asked Darren if he knows why they're being called, but we don't know yet. I think Pamela's just the way up to have a word with the police officers.
4 males who've been causing problems on the train and spat on a victim. So it looks like it's going to be assault.
The police have just got on. Obviously, we can't do anything. It looks like they've opened the doors now. They'll not let passengers off, you see, till they cuff them or they get them under control. I've been spat on before as well, mind. I have been spat on, and it's horrendous. It's horrible. It's like a violation. It's not right. But we used to have, I don't know if they've still got the spit kits, but I got spat on when somebody was actually leaving Newcastle. So really, it was pointless. I didn't really report it, if I'm honest, because it was just.
I got
a
spat
shock.
on, but they went to spit on my face.
It's not nice.
But I turned so that actually spat in my hair.
Are you all right? Are you sure? Just checking you are all right. So. So did you split them up? Did you put them in different carriages?
Yeah, well they pulled the alarm and then I got complaints about them. So I went through there. I gave them 2 options. I said I was going to kick them all off, or they can sit in different carriages. Yeah.
Despite all the aggro, Claire loves her job and wouldn't swap it for the world.
I only came for the summer season and I'm still here 18 years later. What's going on there? Can you imagine doing anything else, us, now? Nah. Do you know what I love? It's not about, like, the job. It's, yeah, the job's great, but it's like the people I work with as well. I just find them really funny, and I can't work in an office now. It would kill me, that, having to sit, looking at the clock. All right?
A typical Friday night on the East Coast line is always lively.
So one chap once, he'd walked into the pasty shop opposite my information point, he'd got a coffee, been told by the police he needed a coffee to sort of sober up before he could get on the train. He walked out of the pasty shop and tripped over an invisible step, straight on his face, coffee everywhere, and I don't think he managed to get on a train that night.
It's nightfall on Good Friday at Newcastle station, and some of the passengers look like they've been partying for a few hours already.
All right, watch your don't fall, lads, all right? Stick to the side, OK?
Claire's first stag do of the evening is more like a stagger do, and a bit like herding over friendly sheep.
You're all right, I'll just keep you that way, just so I know you're safe. All right? Just so I know you're safe. I had to dispatch the train, and he was talking away and asking how old I was and would I go on a date. So it does put you off, I'm not going to lie. It's not going to put you off. But at the end of the day, I've got a job to do.
Careful up here.
There, he's got one, look. You get their happy drunks, they're culpable drunks, they're chatting you up drunks, OK. But you do get some really aggressive ones that are quite scary.
Platform drama in Newcastle as Good Friday goes bad.
No, it's upset Pam. She's away now. Why treat her like that? I don't understand it.
It's been an eventful Good Friday at Newcastle station. Customer service assistants Claire and Pam are trying to dispatch one of their final trains of the evening. But in an instant, Good Friday turns bad.
Right, go on. Yeah. Oh, now you are.
Wait, no.
Listen. Sorry about.
Yeah.
Brother-in-law.
Well, that's on camera and that could be taken away.
She's not me.
Go enjoy your night. Go on.
I'm only 17. I'm funny. Child like.
One of the lads, I think he took it a little bit too far. One of them gave her a cuddle, and then the brother came in, but he actually grabbed her head. And to me, that isn't right. That's assault to me. I don't think anyone should be like grabbing your head. You know, they go too far. It's upset Pam. She's away now. I just think that's out of order. Why treat her like that? I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will, really. And I do get annoyed about it, and I do feel like we don't get a lot of respect at times. And I think, you know, yeah, we're standing there blowing a whistle, but we're doing a job, we're getting money for our families. We're not here, we don't want any hassle. We want to get people away on trains on time. You know, we're just doing a job, we wear a uniform, but we're all human beings at the end of the day, and there's no need for that. It does annoy us, I'm not going to lie.
East Coast has hundreds of CCTV cameras on trains and platforms to help protect its staff, and it takes assaults seriously.
I reported it, but most of the time, which in that case, by the time you report it, he's left the station, so there's not a lot you can do, really. You've just got to put it to your back of the mind and get on with your job.
Sometimes I go home and I can't switch off, and I think tonight I might not switch off. I might have just a nice cup of coffee, sit down, relax, and sometimes on late it takes us a while to go to bed, because I often think about what's happened during the shift.
Good Friday ends on a sour note for Claire and Pam. But elsewhere on the East Coast line, a bright and clear Easter Saturday morning brings hope for a happy reunion.
One of the things I really like about being a train driver, you're seeing people get off the train and you're seeing people run up to the people that are there meeting at the station, and you know, they run up to each other and they hug each other, and it's just wonderful because you think, actually, I've been a part of bringing these people together, and it's so nice to do.
Train journeys and romance have long travelled hand in hand, and East Coast's hundreds of miles of track see their fair share of long-distance love affairs. For Joyce, a school teacher from north of Inverness, and Steve, a postman from Barnsley, the East Coast Line ensures that even 400 miles of separation can't keep them apart.
So you're looking forward to seeing me?
It's been a few weeks since the long-distance sweethearts last saw each other. Now, on Easter Saturday, Joyce still has 2 trains and hundreds of miles to go, while Steve has a couple of hundred deliveries before catching his train to meet her.
I'm going down from Inverness to Doncaster to spend Easter with Steve and his folks.
The couple have been dating for 4 years, and their railway reunions have a special significance. A train was the stage for their very first brief encounter.
I was going down to Edinburgh for a friend's son's first communion, and I just noticed this chap opposite me, and we started chatting.
Talked about anything really, hello and have a seat that's free. And
he said, oh, I meant to get off at Inverkeithing. And I must admit, I thought, oh, that's a shame.
There was an older gentleman struggling into a coach, and by the time he'd sat down to clear the gangway, it was too late because the train doors were shut. And I went, ah, panic.
And the next thing, people in the carriage were saying, oh, he's missed his stop, he's missed his stop. And I said, oh, it's nothing to do with me, I don't know him. To which the whole carriage just burst out laughing because it was obvious we'd been chatting, you know, all the way down. When we got to Edinburgh, he handed me a little card with his contact details on, and he said, if there's ever anything I can do for you, or anything I can do to help you, just let me know. And I just thought that was so sweet.
Well, it worked out very well, didn't it? It was one of those chance meetings to start with, and it just got better.
How are you? What's your bag? You're
You've always been out of trouble.
I dropped the bunny.
Oh, you never dropped the bunny?
I did, I dropped the bunny.
Thank you.
Oh. You're embarrassing me.
Good.
It's finally Easter Monday. Families have been visited, adventures have been had, and a heroic amount of chocolate has been consumed. Now it's time for tens of thousands of long weekend travellers to board an East Coast train and head for home.
That's lovely. Thank you very much. Do you have the ticket that goes with it as well, please? Lovely. Excellent.
Train guard Claire is on a London-bound afternoon express and is overseeing a very different kind of holiday crowd than she encountered on Good Friday.
It's very busy, yeah. Everybody's in a quiet mode today because they've probably been burning a candle at both ends.
In a quiet moment that express trains sometimes allow, Claire makes some light refreshments for the man in the driving seat.
Splits the journey up a bit for them. There's 3 hours in the seat just staring out the window. Especially how we don't stop anyway. Just get breaks it up for them a bit. Just put some biscuits and little goodies in there for them. There's a cup of tea for you. And some biscuits. All right? Okay. I'll see you later on. Take care.
Out on the platform at Newcastle, train guard Adrian is going to be looking after one of the last services of the Marathon Easter weekend, and he's got a special reason for looking forward to getting home.
Yeah, getting home tonight's going to be a late one. By the time we get home, it'll be 11:30, so it's getting back again for the missus, because we've only got 3 weeks left now before she's due to give birth to our fourth, so there's little disruption between here and London, the better for me, so I can get straight back. Feels like it could be any day. Hoping that baby will arrive on a day off, not when I'm in Newcastle, waiting to go back on a train hundreds of miles away. Here she comes. Let's have a look. So hopefully it's not too busy inside. Thank you, good evening, thank you. That's great, thank you very much. Cheers. There we are, thank you very much. Sorry guys, can I squeeze through there please? Thank you very much. It's quite strange, although I've got, say, 284 people around, it's actually quite a quiet train really. Everyone's very quiet, happy sat doing their own thing. So it's quite a subdued train. Must have been a busy weekend for everybody. Can I make my way that way please? That's all right please, thank you. It's a big difference from a Friday night train with 400 people on there with loud and parties and balloons. And this one's just a very chilled, calm, mellow train. Love it, yeah. Thank you, cheers.
Adrian always wears his guard's uniform with pride, but you'll never believe what lies beneath.
I've got a few tattoos. On my arm, I've got my daughter's name, which is Willow May. She's 3 years old now. And my eldest daughter, she's going to be 9 in a few weeks. So I've got some flowers and some bits there for my girls. And then on the other arm, I've got my son's name, which is a bit more bare. I've got my son's name written down there because he's going to be 11 in August. I've got space there because for my newborn when she's born. So it'll be violet along there, maybe in violet, maybe or some flowers. I think 4 will be enough. Yeah, I will otherwise end up covered in names. Like a dictionary or a name book. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the approach to London King's Cross. My third, she was born 2 weeks early. So we're heading into that kind of zone now. We've got 18 days to go till this one's due. But that is me done for the night now.
The long Easter weekend is over for another year.